Hi, I'm Rob and this is Gems of War. In this video I'm going to show you the team I'm going to use for this Ancestral Revenge event. Now, this was quite a tricky team to create in this because we were restricted to Maugrim Woods and that is all. So I did find something fairly good in the end and I'll show that in just a second. But first things first, what you should always do, I recommend, is make sure you go to your rewards and grab anything that's there before you even start anything else. And the reason is, many of your guild may have started these events already, and these rewards will be basically ready for collection. And when you collect these, you will gain tokens of the night as well as other stuff. But the cool thing is, you can apply that token absolutely straight away in your medals collection and boost your damage absolutely immediately before you've done a single thing. So make sure you go to your medals first, find the medal you want to swap it out for, find the medal itself, there it is, Badge of Night, swap it and go back to the event. Ready to go with a boost of damage. That will eventually evolve into a medal ultimately as well, which is cool. The second thing I recommend is going to the shop and grabbing tier 1. This is going to give you a potion of enchantment, which means all your troops are going to start enchanted for the entirety of the event. Really good, really handy, and you get other stuff at the same time. Other tiers are available if you progress further and want to ultimately progress and get your badge evolved up into a medal. Alright, now onto the team itself. Quite a tricky team to create for this, like I said, because we're restricted to Maugrim Woods and there wasn't actually a huge amount to pick from. But this actually works out pretty well. We've got Druid in first place. Deals light splash damage affected by your magic to 2 random enemies, as well as starts with 50% mana. And combined with that potion of enchantment means he's ready to cast really quickly and gains bonus blue as well, which is pretty nice. If he fails to kill everybody when he casts, then we can use Judge of the Dead to finish any lingerers off. Deals a decent amount of damage to all enemies, again affected by your magic level, boosted by his souls this time. And now this is pretty handy. He gains 3 souls when an ally casts a spell. That is literally anyone's. That's going to start slowly but surely increasing his damage output. But we also aided in this by using the Warg. The Warg deals damage to a single opponent, boosted by souls collected again, but as well as gains souls by casting that spell at the same time. This obviously then further increases Judge of the Dead's damage output. So these two work really well together. And we use Judge of the Dead to either cast first of all if he gets charged before Druid, or to finish off any lingerers that Druid failed to defeat. I'm using Doomed Glaive in this because it is in the Soul Forge right now and it is an absolutely superb weapon. Deals damage to all enemies, +1 per tempering level, and converts brown gems to Doom Skulls. So you can see if that's going to create any 4 matches from brown to Doom Skulls, which is going to be really devastating and work really well. As well as that, we gain 3 mana for each green enemy. So we've got a couple of them, but you know, that is already. And we're in a Necromancer class. Now the reason is we get an extra soul on 4 or 5 gem matches, which is going to help the Warg and Judge of the Dead. And I'm going for the champion talents of Gloom, Mage Lord, gain 2 magic if in last position, which we are. Soul Caller, gain 1 soul every turn. Again, it just helps boost up that damage. Mana Source, start battles with 50% mana. Stealthy, and Swift Curse is really handy. Death Mark a random enemy at the start of battle. And Rising Shadows, a 7% chance to assassinate the last enemy when another enemy dies. So really handy. Make sure you've got that badge equipped at the same time. Now if you don't have Doomed Glaive, then there's a small other choice of stuff available, but literally just pick whichever one makes the most sense for you. Like even Piercing Lance is not too bad, does a good amount of damage, very small amount of mana to get going, and it uses yellow, which this team doesn't use right now. But the banners I'm using at the moment for this exact team is +2 purple, +1 green, -1 yellow. So let's see how it does. Barbearius. Blue is always a good thing to collect with this team, and we can get that anyway, don't need to, but this is going to do really good damage to enemies straight away. We collect anything we want because our Judge of the Dead is ready on the next turn, which is finish off the last two. You go again. Might show the troops in a minute of Maugrim Woods and show why it was so restrictive, because it really was. Not any really good teams that work fantastically well, but this does work quite well with the souls thing, the way the souls slowly boost up. And we can take a look at this, convert round to Doom Skulls. We've done the damage anyway, so we didn't actually need the Doom Skulls thing. And very handy. Anything that does damage to all on these kind of events is always useful to do. Just a quick way, especially of blasting through these earlier stages. Alright, and that was handy. And the cool thing about the Doomed Glaive is as well, if you have it up to a certain level, then you're going to entangle the first enemy as well. I'm pretty sure that was one of the upgrades on it, which is really nice. Can double check this, see if the first enemy is entangled. If they are, no, they don't. What was the first upgrade? There was an upgrade on that that was really good. I can't remember what it was. I'll have a look in a minute. I'm sure that done an entangling thing. Yeah, vital entangling, or they no. Oh yeah. Right, anyway. Carry on. Going mad. Might as well cast this. More event sigils, a celestial trait stone. Level 70. Let's take a look at this. Upgrade. Yeah, entangle the first enemy, but you obviously have to cast it to do that. I deliberately haven't got these last three upgrades yet because a lot of people automatically, including me, in the early days just automatically upgraded things to the end regardless, but sometimes it's best not to. There's nothing bad about these, but it's just whether they're worth the cost of these forge scrolls, which are quite hard to come by. And you don't always want to create a leaf storm when you cast a weapon, so that's why I've left these ones for the minute. That's probably a video in itself, to be honest, about what to upgrade and what not to. Look at you, Essence of Evil. That changing thing to a blinking frog, which makes things worse. Getting harder enemies now. Judge of the Dead, done some good damage there. Yeah, that will do. Crushed plants. And grab some blue. Always take a look out, see if you get this conversion on the Doomed Glaive. Brown to Skulls is no format, but this is when it's not too bad to cast because you're not going to set the team up by converting these ones to skulls. There's nothing bad about casting this now. Apart from if you get an unlucky gem drop, which then sets the opponent up, which can happen. Could have just cast more top troop then, but I'll give the good old Warg a bit of action. Just do whatever's the highest level opponent. Nothing bad about taking or giving them the skull damage when there's higher level opponents. Wears them down nice and fast. Every little helps. Oh, that was a really nice round to skulls then, I think, before they just took that. Take that, see if we get any more brown to skull possibilities. I think I'll cast this now, just for fun factor. Because that druid hits 2 enemies with splash damage, when you've got the last 2 left, it means you automatically obviously hit one with the full damage, and then the one adjacent to them with the quarter damage, because it's light splash damage. And then because it hits the second opponent, a second one, you hit then the next opponent with full damage, and then the opponent you hit previously then gets that light splash damage adjacent effect. If that made any sense at all. That was probably a million times better way to explain that, but I'm sure most of you get what I mean. Oh god, horrible. I've got to think about odd numbers, but you have to go with the ones sometimes. You have to get an odd number to get to an even number. So, I don't know. Now I'm just being weird. Woke up kind of a bit early today. Still a bit hazy, sleepy. Just want to start talking weird stuff. Oh, brown to skulls is very nice for the Doomed Glaive. Very nice indeed. May as well get this. And we've got it again, but it's not quite ready to go yet. It's a bit unlucky, but we'll cast our Judge of the Dead. I've got low level ones again now. So we'll do Barbearius. Oops. Yeah, so this team I think will carry you a decent way in this. We've got our Doomed Glaive ready to go already, but we'll take this now just because we haven't got any brown to skulls decent conversion. Just see if that creates it by doing that. Sometimes you can just change the board a little bit and make a significant difference. I'll take this there because we're going to get that second skull hit at the same time. I'm going to get the damage on that anyway, which I could have done. Anyway. Level 130, Barbearius. So yeah, it's a nice, easy team to use. Pretty effective. From not a particularly great choice either. That's the thing. I quite like that though. I do like that about this game. The fact you have to have a limited choice sometimes to try and pick a team from. Makes it quite interesting. No brown to skulls to speak of. Let's cast this one first. Let's soften them up a bit, see if Judge of the Dead can do any finishing off. Doomed Glaive, not quite, but we can use this one to hit them first and then cast Doomed Glaive. And 142. Not a lot of stuff for us really, to be honest. Not too bad now on Doomed Glaive. No 4 matches though, so a little bit risky. We'll cast that first if we get any more favourable drops. We've got a couple of hits now. Sod it, I'm going to do it. That's the only thing you have to be wary, obviously, taking some retaliation hits sometimes. If you're a newer player and your armour and life is not so high, that is not a recommended tactic. It is the best to actually wait for a 4 match in general. Yeah, the boost is plus 16 now, you see, so it's now 67 to all enemies, which is a lot better than what it started. Kibosh. Just do a couple more. Forced to do the low-level Moonsinger now. Should be concentrating on the battle, mate, not busy sitting there howling at the moon. That's why you get killed. Yeah, anything will do. Judge the Dead's ready next round. Crushed plants. I wonder if they've got someone in the devs team that actually sits there thinking of what weird and wonderful items you're supposed to collect ready for the next event and things like that. Get this early. See, rather than cast this now, because it uses green, it mana blocks Doomed Glaive. But I like the mix of brown and skulls right now. I don't want to change too much, so that's going to bring that one down though. So that is going to give them a hit. That's the only thing. It's going to give them an extra turn skull hit if I collect that green. So I'm going to have a change of mind from my initial plan and cast that anyway. One more round, it'll be charged anyway. It's determined to give them stuff sometimes. You do notice patterns in this game sometimes like that. When you actually avoid stuff sometimes, it does try and make you take stuff anyway, it seems. Almost like there's a inbuilt set pattern somewhere. Somehow. Yeah, let's do this. Gonna create some good damage. See, every time we cast a spell as well, that gain 3 souls. This damage keeps increasing slowly but surely, and if we get to cast this first, it increases even further because we get 10 souls every time we cast that warg. Should be a death of at least 1, yep. Yeah, let's get rid of another one. So we've only got 1 left now to deal with. No, let's do this first. That may have worked out, I'm not sure. Oh, I lost someone. Someone got deaded. It's probably my fault. Probably could have cast them then. That's the cool thing about casting Doomed Glaive as well. You get the entangle, which is really important on this as the levels get a bit harder. So we'll take that first. Give them a skull bash. Another one. Wait for our Doomed Glaive to get up. That's nearly ready. But I'm going to, yeah, may as well cast this. Take the skull hit because the enemies are getting more dangerous. Then we cast Warg next for the soul boost damage. Now on plus 12, so that's 61 damage now rather than 49. Take a look out for brown to skulls, which doesn't really do anything. So I'm going to cast this. And then oh, quite often purposely don't actually take the recommendation that the AI recommended. Ooh, this is a nice skull lineup. Thank you very much. Just that inbuilt weird thought process that maybe the AI knows what's coming next and it's basically trying to set you up. Probably not true at all, but hey ho. Weird thoughts. Right, now one more on there, all low level, so let's do a Kerberos. Yes, this is my team. Seems to be working out pretty good so far. Combined with what you do with your guild, it will definitely be enough to get you through to get all the rewards. What am I doing? I'm sitting here dawdling, thinking about what to do and forgetting it's a low level. Oh, not enough sleep. Right, anyway, there's my team. If you enjoyed it, found it useful, be sure to bash that like and subscribe button. And thanks for watching. I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now, and don't forget to get your rewards because you may get enough to evolve the badge even further.